The influencer girls, they're using their back camera, even for their selfies. I am here to expose the apps that the influencers are using to make their pictures literally look like they came out of Vogue, okay? If you want the secret sauce to the perfect picture and you're like, why are my pictures not turning out like the influencers, like the IG baddies, stay tuned for this video because I am about to show you all of the tools that the girls are using, okay? Your pictures are going to go from this to this. Let's get into it. Okay, first thing is first, let's talk about the camera settings, all right? I literally have the cheat code to your camera settings and what is going to make your pictures turn out fabulous just off your iPhone before you even press record. You're not gonna need a Canon G7X. You don't need the next best camera that all the girls are using that you can't get access to. I was told these Instagram settings, so I'm gonna give them to you. I'm giving them to you as a gift because I don't want to gatekeep these because they're too good and I want the girls to feel confident on social media. Change your settings to these and this is going to get your camera quality from looking a little bit funky to literally being perfect, I promise you. My pictures have never looked better. My videos on my back camera has never looked better. Now, let's talk about what you're doing when you're filming versus when you're taking pictures. If you're filming and you're trying to film on your front camera, that's already your first problem because the front camera is never going to be as great as the back camera. There is literally magic in that back camera, y'all. When I tell you guys, when I started taking even my selfies on my back camera, I said, babe, this looks like a freaking digital camera. Y'all, I have all the cameras under the sun, okay? I have the DJI, I have a Canon, I have a Sony, I have a digital camera. My back camera quality on my iPhone is crazy. Y'all are not utilizing y'all's back camera enough for me. I'm telling you right now, use that back camera. The back camera is the secret sauce. The influencer girls, they're using their back camera, even for their selfies. You think, oh, they're probably using their front camera. No, baby, trust me when I tell you, they're using that back camera, okay? So that's the first thing you're going to need to switch up if you want the best pictures on Instagram. Anytime I drop a selfie on Instagram, it's from my back camera, I promise you. I don't have a thing that you can see your front, like yourself from the front when you're using your back. No, I just know my angles and I just try to do what I can and I use that back camera, all right? Okay, I'm about to screen share and I'm gonna show y'all how I edit my pictures. First, I'm gonna get my settings right, all right? Okay, so here, boom. I'm about to take a picture for you guys. So y'all see my settings are on like low. I love like a low, vibrant type of like look, like the, I don't know, something about like it just being darker exposed just looks so good. So that's the first thing. I'm gonna take my picture on my back camera. Okay, wait, hold on, let's get it right. Okay, I wanted to make sure I got a good picture for y'all. So I like to select, well, first let's go through and let's look at what pictures we want. Okay, this one's pretty. This one's pretty. Not feeling that one. Not feeling that one. Okay, she's cute. Okay. I like this one a lot. Okay. Okay, so I have my main 1, 2, 3, 4. I have my main pictures, so I'm gonna select these, and what I'm gonna do, y'all, to stay organized, I'm going to add them in an album, okay? So you see I have all these different albums for all my different photos. So this one is going to be a gray heart because I'm wearing a gray top. I like to search gray heart. So I'm gonna do a gray heart, and I'm gonna say mirror selfie because I'm creating an album just so we can stay organized essentially. The girls are using the Face app, okay? So we're gonna go, we just finished using our album and now we're gonna go into the Face app and this is what the girls are using. So we have our favorites. The mirror selfie album is right here. And we're going to go to our favorite selfie, which is this one. And so I personally don't use the Face app, but I know that this is what the girls are using. So they're using Facetune, they're using Face app. And on here, you can do a bunch of different things. And this is kind of how a lot of the girls are just looking, like, look at that. This looks very much like, oh wow, like this is a lot. And you can honestly tell the difference. And I know some people have different versions, but these are like different options you can use. So in terms of, let's say you want to adjust your nose. There's different like sizes to fix your nose. Like, oh my gosh. You can do different things to your face. I guess this is a bigger face. This is a smaller face. That's crazy. Like, there's so many different like apps you can use, and you can do the same thing. They have like lips, face, eyes, all the different things. Makeup. You can play around in your makeup. Look at that. You see how that just enhanced it? That is wild. And there's different versions to where it's like, it's not gonna be so much. You can also just do like a simple like retouch. I'm gonna cancel these. You can do different adjustments to your photo. So you can dim the brightness. You can brighten it up a whole bunch. Highlights, shadows, all these things. I don't use this app, but I know a lot of people use this app, and it just helps their faces to, you know, be a little bit more enhanced. Now, if you're more like me and you don't want to use like the Face app or like Facetune or whatever, but sometimes I do use Facetune. I never use the Face app, but I obviously have the app. I want to show you guys. But if you want to just brighten your photo, you just want to maybe dim your background, you just kind of want to play around, but you don't want to alter anything on your face, you don't want to smooth anything, you just want to stay natural, there's two apps that you can use. So one of the apps that I like to use, let's pull her up, is Adobe Lightroom. And as you see right here, I have one of my pictures already loaded up on there, but I'm gonna show you guys. Let me open my album. Okay, so we're in mirror selfie and we want to use our favorite photo, which is this one. I love Lightroom because you can literally be able to edit it automatically, like auto, or you can play around with yourself. Okay, so the first button is the auto button. You see how it just like brightened it up, it exposed it, did all the things. That's not my personal steez. I'm not a fan of that, right? So what I like to do when I'm doing my pictures, hold on, let me make sure my brightness is all the way up for y'all. When I'm doing my pictures, I like to go to details, okay? There's different options. You have the sharpening, you have the noise, and you have the color noise. I like to go sharpen and sharpen my photo to give it that crisp look. Now there's different things you can play around with, like the radius. I don't exactly ever use radius. You can also do detail. You see it changes it just a bit. And then there's masking, which I think just like blurs your picture just a bit. So I just like to toy around with some of these. So typically when I'm doing like my YouTube thumbnails, I'll do like the sharpening tool, but if I'm doing my photos, I also will do the sharpening tool as well. There's noise reduction, which makes you, you know, just a little bit more blurred out. So you could use noise and kind of sharpening to just kind of play around to give you that airbrush look. And then I never use color noise. So I don't really see a difference in what this does, so I never really use that. But I always use like the sharpening tool for sure. Oh, but with color noise, there's like smoothness, so that's pretty cool. So then you can hold it down, hold your image down to see how it changes it just a bit. So before, after. And I didn't do the biggest difference because you want your photo to just be slightly, you just want your photo to feel more natural. That's why I don't like to do too much. But if you really wanted to, you could also play around with the different temperatures on here. Yeah, okay, that's not my steez. I don't really care to do that. You could do your brightness so it enhances your photo or makes it more dull or black and white or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna set all these back to 0 because that's not my thing. Also play with the saturation, vibrance, all these things. So let me undo these because these are not what I like. Hold on, wait. Hold on. And then now we're on like the light. So you can do different things. Your exposure, as you guys probably already know. And then I see at the top it has like the percentage that you're doing. You can do contrast. The contrast is actually really cool. I like that. So I think I'm gonna keep my contrast at like +4. I like that. Highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, all that good stuff. So then you have other areas like the blur. This is like a special effect, so I never use that one. And then details, enables lens correction, and then your different profiles that you have, or these are kind of different like filters and settings that you can toy around with. So for me personally, this picture looks really good to me. I'm completely satisfied with this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save this and copy this to my device, okay? So this has already been saved, so I can exit out of here. So now that that photo is edited, I'm able to copy these settings. So what I'm gonna do, you see right here, I click the top 3 dots in the right corner. I'm copying these settings, check. And then I'm going to paste them onto my other pictures because I want all of my pictures to be cohesive. If I'm going to like post a picture, I want all of the settings to feel exactly the same and for my pictures to flow, especially if it's all like one selfie or something like that. So we're gonna paste these right here. Remember, we hit the top right corner, paste these settings, and then we go about our day, okay? So that is how I like to edit my pictures. So this is just that one picture. So let me go ahead and save the other ones.
Yeah, okay, that's good, yeah.
Save to copy to device. So I don't know how to do them by bulk yet, so I just be saving them one by one. But typically I'm only ever doing it to like one photo at a time. Like I really don't do like a lot. I don't edit a lot of, like I won't post a bunch of selfies. Like I know I'm only gonna post like 2 or 3 selfies out of it. So here are the selfies that I've saved. And these are literally like perfect. Like they look natural enough, but they still, you see how they have that blurred background effect? That blurred background effect is from the back camera, y'all. I'm telling you, you have to do your back camera if you want to feel like your photo is elevated. You don't need to do it on no special like cinematic or whatever. You literally just snap your photo with the settings that I put on the video. I'm gonna tell y'all about the camera tools that you're going to need to have your best photo. So first thing is first, you guys, I'm technically breaking the fourth wall right now, but behind my camera, I like to use I'm literally using a vanity light, okay? So you can use a vanity light, you can use a like big light of like an LED type of light. I can show you guys here. So this is one of the tools that I like to use. So this is so bright and so blinding. So you can use something like that. You can use one of those, like, have you seen the Alex Earl lights? You can use one of those lights. But you want a big light source that is going to be pretty and give you like a very natural tone. Like you don't want something that's like yellow light, like the lights behind me are more of like a yellowish tone. You want something that's going to be like more of like a white light to really give you that full natural color like you are. Or natural lighting obviously is always going to give you like the best compliments to your skin. But if you want to take pictures on your own and you want to be like, you know what, I want a full body picture, babe. Like I want a picture, like the pictures on my Instagram of me, most of them I took myself of like full body. And here's where the braveness comes in. I'm gonna be so for real. Yeah, I be nervous as hell sometimes to take my pictures out in public and I'm just like, I don't have nobody to take my pictures. You know your angles best, and that's when a tripod comes in. This tripod is my favorite tripod I've ever used. I've had so many tripods, you guys, and there is nothing like this little tripod right here. I'm gonna leave all of this linked down below. I got this on Amazon. I got everything on Amazon. But this tripod right here is one of the best. It also has like this thing, it just like bends and it moves and it's so user friendly. And I take my own pictures myself. What I do is I go into my camera settings and I literally just do like 10-second timer and I take my pictures. Because literally like nothing is stopping you from being your best on Instagram. You have everything you need. A tripod, $20. Your camera light that you already have. You can use your flash on your phone. You can literally play around and get the best pictures for you. So I don't want to hear that you don't have anybody to take your pictures, or like how are your pictures, your quality is not good enough and whatever. There's so many apps you can use. Oh my gosh, there's one more app that I didn't tell you guys about. I'm gonna pull it up for you actually. This app is the VSCO. I call it VSCO. I don't know if other people call it VSCO, but one thing about me, I love me some VSCO. So I'm going to import those photos that I had already starred. I'm just gonna pull up 3 of them. Cool. So now that they're in VSCO, we can use that same picture that we used before. And VSCO is also very user-friendly as well. It has different settings, like the ones that are locked, obviously like you have to pay for, but I like VSCO because you literally can play around with it so much and like give yourself a little filter, like we in 2010. Those be fun to post on TikTok. Let's be so for real. Like the filters, they be fun. But yeah, you can even edit like your lighting on here. You see, I'm gonna take that filter off because that filter is not, that is not me. The filter is not me. I'm gonna show you. So you can click this little like rewind type of thing and you can undo and you can hold it down to show. But you can also swipe left and then delete that. So we're gonna delete that and you're making your own like pre-filter cocktail, okay? So what I mean by that is like how you were able to do that in Lightroom and like copy those settings and put them onto your next picture. You can also do that in VSCO or VSCO, whatever you want to say. I'm gonna say discard changes, which means like you're cutting out anything you edited. So I have a bunch of pictures in this app, okay? I've done so many different edits and sometimes I like to like go and save the ones that I know I've edited to my liking, just to kind of see how it's gonna be. So I copy these settings, you just tap and then you hit the 3 dots in the corner and then you click copy edits. So I'm going back and I'm going to tap on all 3 of these pictures. I'm gonna hit those 3 dots in the bottom right corner and then I'm gonna click paste edits. So we're gonna see what that did to this photo. So that clearly brightened up this photo, made it more vibrant. Honestly, I don't really like how it did that. And I'm going to take those edits off. So I'm gonna click the rewind again and then, I wonder what it was, oh, it was a saturation. So I'm gonna delete the saturation, delete the white balance, because that took away like the color from my look. And yeah, I just wasn't feeling those edits with that. So you can go and you can make your own edits to this. So let's see. What's something that I would like? Let's do like a black and white because I feel like black and white is really cool. So I could go that way, I could do that, or I could go settings. Damn, they have everything locked on this app. So which locked means like it's a kind of like a paid version, but okay, I guess when you click all presets, these are like the free versions. So I personally like B5 as opposed to B1 because B1 makes you look strange. Or let's see what X1. X1 is cool, but I feel like it doesn't make my skin look like, I guess how I want a black and white photo to make my skin look. So we're gonna go here. This looks good. So B5, and then I put it all the way down. And that is such a pretty like black and white photo. Like, hello? Black and white makes anybody look good though. If you want the secret sauce, post you a black and white photo, at least one. Baby, everybody looks good with black and white. You can't not. Like, let's be so for real. That is all to it when it comes to taking your pictures, editing your pictures, having your camera settings, and just looking how you want to look. If you feel like your pictures aren't coming out good, then you just gotta go back to the drawing board and you gotta try again. And keep playing around and keep posting, and yeah, like, ain't no reason you're not posting in 2025. Like, let's be so for real. So, no more, I don't like how my pictures are now. Because there's so many apps and things that you can do to fix your face and edit and change and do other things. So, I hope this helps you girls. Obviously, like, you don't have to edit your pictures if you don't want to. I'm not saying I edit all of my pictures, like, with certain things. But yeah, like, no shame in my game, babe. We have AI, like, you know. So if you want to edit your pictures, this is how you're gonna do it. I hope this helps you. I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.